Chief, when you get the document done, please share with all of us. It's a relative topic that we all share in today. Communications is one of the big problems we have between police and fire constantly, and it happens on a daily basis, no matter what the incident type is. And I think that there's some common language that we can use together, and it works out just well. In Hamilton County, Ohio, where I serve as an assistant fire chief, but in the past have been a fire chief, one of the things we wrestled with for years was to have a standardized size up protocol. And what we end up doing is using the Blue Card program from the Bernuccinis. And it's a good program. And it talks about how we're going to dispatch a unit, how the units are dispatched, how we deal with them, including in all types of situations and including terrorism, and how we approach these things and how we look at these things objectively. But terminology still gets in the way, and communications is a big deal, especially in an active shooter situation. Law enforcement is the key. They have got to be in place, and we got to be able to talk to them and communicate with them effectively so they can do their job and we can do our job. And in some cases, we're all sitting there at the same time. And it's not a matter of who's in charge. It's a matter of who can communicate effectively with each other so that the mission occurs. When the active shooter situation happened in Cincinnati at the Fifth Third Bank, one thing that came to mind through that incident was the police officers that immediately charged the building as far as doing their job and protecting the public did an excellent job. But the biggest problem is when we ramped the system up at that point and staged units away for fire and EMS in case that additional EMS units were going to be needed was just pertinent to what they were doing. And law enforcement did a great job once again. People were saved, and at the same time, the active shooter was taken into custody. So the big thing with all this is keep in mind communications is key. And the dispatcher is the key link to all this. Dispatch doesn't relay good information, you're never going to get it. And guess what? It interrupts the process. Thank you. This is BJ.